everybody. Welcome to the second episode of the Livity Gardens Cook Along. Today we're going to be making my favorite. I've been eating this for the last 2 months every day, or almost, is the Livity Mango Salad. Mango is in season right now. It's the best time to make this recipe. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let's get started. Here we are ready for our Livity Mango Salad. So what we need, and you have the list of ingredients here at the bottom: 1 mango, 2 tablespoons of raw pumpkin seeds, 1 avocado, the meat of half a young coconut, some ginger, 1 green onion, a grapefruit, and some cilantro. Very easy, very straightforward. So we're gonna start with our mango. So what you want to do, this is the way that I cut my mangoes. I remove the top here, and then with a peeler, I gently peel the skin. You can peel it however you're used to peeling mangoes. It's your choice, your recipe. So just to give you a little history on the mango, it's my favorite fruit. It originally grew in India, and it was then imported throughout the world by explorers. But it's one of the only fruit that made its way into the Indian scriptures. It's a sacred fruit that's offered to gods. Most of the time at temples, you'll see mangoes. And there you go. Peeled nicely. Put this into the compost. Now, what I do is along the seed here, I'll be cutting just like that. How beautiful is this mango? There you go. And then you want to do stripes. Like so. I said stripes, but I should have said strips. In your bowl. Again, just keep a small bowl next to you, and we'll be putting all the ingredients as we go along. I love cooking that way because it makes it so simple. Put everything in a big bowl, mix with your hands, and eat. It's important to know also that mango, because it's a fruit, obviously, it has a lot of fiber. Fiber usually helps in digestion. So that's always good. And I've been on a raw diet for over a month now, going on 2 months. And fruits, I have to say, are probably 95%, 90% of what I eat right now. And let me tell you, without going into too much details, my digestion is doing very well. Let's put it that way. So 1 bite for me, and then I'll keep this seed because I'll be eating the meat around it after I'm off camera. So let's put this aside, wash my hands. Next thing we can go is the coconut. I will be doing a video on how to open a coconut. This is a young coconut, so the meat is fairly soft. So what you want to do again is to cut strips of this. If you do not have access to young, fresh coconuts, you may use coconut flakes. Just make sure that they're nice, organic, that they are unsweetened. The only ingredients that should be in that packet should be coconuts, nothing else. If you can get your hands on young coconuts, it's a world changer. Let me tell you this. Since I've discovered that I could buy young coconuts like this at the international market for, I think they're $1.60 each. Not only am I drinking coconut water first thing every single morning, but the beauty of that is that afterwards you have the coconut meat to do a bunch of recipes. I add coconut meat in a lot of things that I do, even if the recipe doesn't call for it. I just cube it or slice it like this and add it to the dish. Like even a green salad could benefit from fresh coconut. Even when I saute vegetables for fried rice or for anything else, to stir fry, I can put some coconuts in there, and it's just, it adds a lot of good fats. Actually, it's interesting to know that 89% of the fat in the coconut is in the meat. And that type of fat is MCT. I'm sure you guys have heard about that. It's medium chain triglycerides. But that means that those fats are absorbed intact by the small intestine. And that way it produces energy right away. It's a great, great type of fat. So before we continue, so in here I have my mango, my coconut. Let's do the avocado next. And we'll finish with the grapefruit, because as we cut our grapefruit, it'll sprinkle over the avocado, keeping it nice and green. So you want to have a nice avocado here, not too soft. See, this one is not that great, but I have so many avocados in this house. So just for this, let's use a nice, not too ripe one. Just because it holds its shape better. Nice. And I'll show you how I usually peel my avocados. So remove the seed, put them like this, cut in 4, and then usually, like today, they're very, very easy to peel. So remove the peel, and then we're gonna cube them. So I hope you're following along nicely. This one's a little harder. I'm sure the ripe one would have been easier to peel, but I have something with ripe avocados. I prefer the slightly more firm ones. Especially in this salad, it's nice when the avocado holds its shape. Oh, I forgot to say also that one medium-sized mango is loaded with vitamin C. It'll actually give you, that same mango once a day will give you 2/3 of your recommended daily intake of vitamin C. Without even, knowing it. Just because you love mangoes. Why would you not, right? Especially these days, they're in season, they're just wonderful. I wish I could get my hands on some Indian mangoes, but I bought some last year at the Indian grocery store because they import them when it's mango season, but it traveled so long and it didn't make it amazing. Maybe I'll try again this year. So once you have peeled, you cut each quarter in half lengthwise, and then you make cubes. Very easy. Small bite size. There you go. And you add that to your bowl. That simple. And now is the a little trickier part. Is the grapefruit. But I'll show you how I do. It's easy. Once you know how. So first things first, cut the top and the bottom until you see the fruit. A little bit more. There you go, just like so. Same thing on the other side. Like so. You can keep this also to eat off the rinds after. And then what you want to do with your grapefruit on your cutting board, you're gonna go ahead with a sharp knife and you're gonna cut through as to expose here the flesh. So you're gonna do that all around, making sure that there's no white pit left around your grapefruit. Just continue all around, like so. This will help you cut grapefruit segments. They're just easier to eat that way. So once you have, this is pretty good. You bring your bowl, and then you want to cut the segments on top of the bowl, so you make sure that you keep all of that nice grapefruit juice. So what you want to do is insert your knife next to a white line of pith here. I'm not sure how these are called. And then you go and you segment these, avoiding the white pith in between each of these segments. So it gives you beautiful segments like this without the pith. Very easy to eat. Then you continue all around until all of the grapefruit is in there. These grapefruits are from Livity Gardens. This is my garden. They're so good. I probably have another 70 on the tree, so I'm gonna have to eat them real quick before they get overripe and dry. But my friend Darling told me that the best way to keep a grapefruit, or citrus for that matter, is on the tree. That's the best way to conserve, keep them fresh. You go and pick one whenever you need it. So that's what I've been doing. So I harvested these 3 grapefruits this morning. We're gonna use just one in this recipe. Here you go. So see, now you end up with all these little segments in your bowl and the pith in your hand. But what you want to do is squeeze this real hard to extract all of the juice. And then by doing this over the bowl, as I was saying earlier, is that your avocado gets sprinkled with all that great grapefruit juice. So it will stay nice and green. We're almost done. Home stretch. Now it's time for the green onion, the ginger, the cilantro. Here I have 2 tablespoons of raw pumpkin seeds. You can add that in there right away. For the ginger, same thing. You peel however you want to peel. I use ginger all the time in the kitchen. That's something that I buy a lot of. And I have a whole drawer full of ginger and turmeric in the fridge. It's an essential part of my kitchen, and it should be an essential part of yours too. Ginger is wonderful for immunity boosting. It's anti-inflammation. It has a lot of properties, and it's so good. It's gonna brighten up any dish. That's another thing that I add in a lot of my dishes, even when it's not called for, because I enjoy it so much. It could be an acquired taste. Some people might find it quite, I don't want to say spicy because it's not spicy, but quite hard on the taste buds at first. But the more you eat it, the more you'll crave it, and the more you'll develop a resistance. Not a resistance, but you'll be able to eat more and more and more of it. To me, there's never enough ginger. So for your own recipe, you might be wanting to put a little less than what I'm putting here. But because I've been eating ginger so much, I like a lot of it. So again, you just peel your ginger, mince it, put it in your salad. You should go maybe half of this for your salad. Next is the green onion, same thing. Wash it, slice thin. You could also put shallots if you don't have green onion. You could put red onion also, minced. You could even put garlic. Whatever you like in that onion family, you go right ahead and you do that. Sometimes I put shallots, it's as good. You could even put some jalapenos if you wanted a little kick. That would be wonderful too. Green onion in your bowl, same thing. Just make a big pile of fresh ingredients. You'll be surprised at how good this is gonna turn out. Cilantro, same thing. A little bit of cilantro, about a small handful. I could put more than this, but it's not that much. You could put more for sure if you like cilantro. I feel like cilantro is something that you either love or you hate. I love. So, guys, there's no more ingredients. We're done. So now, again, because I like my space clean, especially when you present your food, you get a nice bowl, and we're gonna mix again with our hands because that's what I love. This is a small bowl, but we'll make it work. So mix everything nicely with your hands. Make sure there's grapefruit juice everywhere. And you're done. Honestly, this is it. Serve. This is to me, that's one portion as a main course. So one portion as a main course will have your one avocado, one grapefruit, one mango, and then half of a young coconut. This could give you 2 appetizer sized portions or 1 main course portion. If you double this recipe, then you could have your 4 appetizer portion or 2 main course portions. So that's the Livity Mango Salad, and the recipe is always on livitygardens.com. So obviously the cook along is never complete without the ultimate test, the taste test. So let's check this out. I know it's good because I've been eating this for 2 months almost every day. So I have to say this is the best salad I've ever come up with. The flavors are on point. It tastes tropical. It tastes fresh. And when the mangoes and the grapefruits are in season at the same time, this makes for quite a meal. Excellent, excellent. So I hope you'll join me again for another Livity Gardens Cook Along.